Before we had good old praise and worship, we had congregation songs, right? I know I'm 37, but I was around for some of them. Where the saints of old had another form of doing praise and worship. One song would go, traveling shoes, Lord, got on my traveling shoes. 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 Put your time in, payday is coming after a while. Put your time in, payday is coming after a while. Put your time in, payday is coming after a while. Put your time in, payday is coming after a while. What you do now, do it with the heavenly mind. What you do now, do it with the heavenly mind. When you pray now, pray with the heavenly mind. When you pray now, pray with the heavenly mind. What you do now, do it with the heavenly mind. What you do now, do it with the heavenly mind. When you pray, pray with the heavenly mind. When you pray, pray with the heavenly mind. I'm a soldier in the army of the Lord. I'm a soldier in the army. Got my war clothes on in the army of the Lord. Got my war clothes on in the army. I'm a soldier in the army of the Lord. I'm a soldier in the army. And if I die, let me die in the army of the Lord. If I die, let me die in the army. Help me, help the Lord. Help me, help the Lord. You know how to help the Lord. You know how to help the Lord. I need your help, help the Lord. I need your help, help the Lord. If I wanna make it, help the Lord. I need your help, Lord. Help the Lord. Help me, 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 help the Lord. I need you now. 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 Help the Lord.
Yeah. Sometimes you just got to do a squall, y'all. You know, they don't squall no more. They're so perfect now. Back in the days, it was nothing for a girl to do a little squall. Men too. Hey, everybody. Thank y'all so much for tuning in. We're not going to even start the commentary. If it's 50 likes, yeah, we gotta take a real good pause for the cause. Yeah, we're gonna take a pause for the cause as soon as I get my cross straightened out. Thank you so much for tuning in, everybody. Good to see so many people in the chat. There is a StreamYard link attached, and we hope and pray that everything works out tonight and we can get out of here. I was supposed to be off, but the news cycle says something else. It's just, I don't know. Will I ever be able to take a vacation? Yeah, that's crazy. That's diabolical. 200 people and 56 likes. Are you sure? Did you refresh? Okay, now it's 77. Yeah, because we won't be starting until we get to 100 likes. Yeah, we won't be starting until we get to 100 likes. Uh-huh. 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 Okay. Baby, they over there comment on them other videos. Comment, baby, comment. It helps. It helps. Helps the algorithm. They commenting on them other videos. Okay. Yeah, we'll start once we get to 100 likes. Yeah, all right. 88. Okay, we can wait a few moments. Uh-huh. We'll wait a few moments. Hey, Travis, enjoyed your singing earlier. Shout out to the LRL community. Mm-hmm. CC, Tanya H, LaFrance, Pringle, ASAP. Everybody, welcome, welcome, welcome. I'm so glad to have you on this evening. We're 6 minutes in. We're still doing some pretty good timing. We're at 105. Well, thank y'all so much for hitting the like button. But don't stop there. Continue to hit the like button as you come in. We appreciate all of you. It is another, commentary on this trending matter. And I thought about it as I was watching Larry Reed Live's commentary on it. I said, you know what? Is it possible? Is it possible that Bishop Henry Fernandez miscalculated all of this? And sometimes you can. Sometimes emotions can drive you to make a rash decision, and that decision is not, the right thing, right? Sometimes you can be really emotional, and you make a decision, and it's like, okay. And so you didn't think it all the way through. You didn't think it all the way through. So that's why I said, well, you know what? Let's have some more conversation. Let's expand this thing a little bit more. And of course, we don't have to be here all night, but we can still add a little more fire, a couple of more logs in the fire, right? Of course we can. Linda McGuire, thank you for joining us. Make sure you hit the like button, everyone, upon entering. Shaky Williams, good to see you in the chat. Jason Prince, love you, brother. Bushwashers, haters, stalkers, everybody. And I don't see nothing wrong. I don't see nothing wrong with a little hit of the like button. All right. In the history of the Bible, the church, there has always been people that started off good, or somebody saw something in somebody, potential, or somebody saw something, and in this case, he said God told him, remember? God told, okay, well, listen. But yeah, you see that a lot, y'all. It starts off good, and and I don't know whether, I'm not sure if there's anybody because there's a lot of y'all over there in them comments. So it would help us out a lot if y'all would, give it sound the way y'all give it in them comments. So was Bishop Fernandez, was he retired? Was he, Bishop Emeritus? Was he like, Joel had took over the church and I'm just the founder? Like, what was the official capacity? Because we, all of us don't go to y'all church, so we don't know what y'all had going on, so what was the capacity? Was Bishop Fernandez still active? Like, how sometimes, like, one Sunday you may be able to preach, and then one Sunday, So I'm like, well, what was the capacity? What was their arrangement? That's the word. It's obvious he wasn't ready to truly transition, and this decision confirms it. Well, thank you, Kevin Germain. Yes, he was just a fill-in. Well, who was just a fill-in? Jay Kroon. Now, if y'all over there in Florida, y'all need to come out and say something, because this is really, really, really an embarrassment that bloggers, and this is an embarrassment that bloggers and YouTubers have to sit here and go to damn Blues Clues because your pastor wanted to get up in the pulpit and tell me, I'm not saying nothing, I'm through with it. And so we got to sit here and put pieces of a puzzle together. We don't know these people. Okay, we don't know your pastor. And to the lady that emailed me earlier, ma'am, listen, let me explain something to you. I don't know your church. I don't care. Okay. It's obviously I have one-sided slanted commentary. I don't know Joel. And I don't know your pastor either, lady. Anyways, he uprooted his family. It's sad. Well, listen, y'all. We got three things we're gonna have to go through here. We got three things. He can take Larry's advice and open up a church on the corner, but that'll be the talk of the blogs for at least 3 months. He can go back to Oklahoma, or Bishop Jakes can give him one of them churches he got. Because, you know, they say Torrey over there putting the people to sleep in Los Angeles. Here go another email. Honey, listen, these people are gonna catch me. See, I'm trying to shift in September. It's these church people, they're gonna catch me on a bad night, and I'm gonna tell them about themselves. Yeah, it's the people from that church, LaGreta, over here emailing me. Tell me it's obvious you only want to see one side of this. Lady, I don't even know these people. Ma'am. So we have to sit here because, what's his name? Bishop Fernandez decided that he don't care about giving clarity. So now we have to sit here for 3 or 4 days. Well, I'm not going to sit here 3 or 4 days and try to figure out what the hell is going on over there in Sunshine, Florida. Sunrise, Sunny Delight, one of them, baby. Spoke a whole word earlier about we don't need the church and we can't be manipulated like our past relatives. That's what we can't be, not Tyesse. No, I need to see something. All they want you to do is sow a seed. Ain't nothing manifested in my life. So this ground must not be fertile. Hi, Tyesse, Rudy J's mom. Love your glasses. Thank you. Thank you so much. God bless you. God bless you, Fern. Love you. God bless you. Make sure y'all hit the like button. Okay, somebody said, well, listen, Joel Tudman got a church over there in Oklahoma. You know, they said that he's over there under, not under, but he's over there from that Mike Todd jurisdiction, all up and through that way. So it's not like he's a vagabond. It's not like he's a gypsy or anything. No xenophobia intended, you know. So he has options, you know. And as we said earlier, you guys, TD Jakes said, you can always come home. They got Cora over there in the comments, y'all. Talking about come on home. When Cora then put her baby dolls down and her teddy bears, is serious. Tyesse don't want to be out. You listen. First of all, I was so glad that 2 of my friends stopped by from Los Angeles. Cliff and Abdul came by. And that was a really just a really refreshing thing. And so I missed the whole Tiffany Montgomery commentary because they were over here, but I'm gonna go back and watch it, right? But I was able to catch let's oversee where he's at the picnic. He's at the he just sent me a picture of Terrell Carter. Tell Terrell I'll see him on the 12th. Stop. Tell Terrell I'll see him on the 12th. Oh no, wait a minute. I cannot. All right. And so I was just glad to have them come over, and it was just a really great visit with them. And yeah, then they're coming back in November. They're coming. Well, Abdullah's coming back in November. Oh my God, I should have went. Okay. Okay, I can't wait until November. What you can't wait for November for, Don? What you can't wait for November for? What are we gonna do? What are we gonna do, Ty Squad? What are we going to do? As far as what are we gonna do as far as holding leaders accountable? so that people can get answers. What are we going to do about that in 2025? You should think enough of us. You should think enough of the body of Christ where you don't cause confusion, division, and all of this rigmarole. When are people going to stand up and say, we deserve more? We deserve better. You know what I'm saying? At what point are y'all, because I'm not involved, I don't have time for the organized religion. Okay, we got breaking news. Hold on one second, y'all. We got breaking news. Tour stops in Atlanta in November. Hopefully, we. Oh, okay, yeah, you coming out here. Okay, hold on. Let me go back over here to something just came through from CNN. Wait a minute. Lord, is he? Okay, we have breaking news out of New Hampshire. Late breaking news out of New Hampshire. Former New York Mayor Rudy Giuliani has been injured in a serious car crash. He's seriously injured. But like I was saying, y'all, at some point, people have to hold these leaders accountable, you know. Boycott membership and attendance until we get some answers. Start voting these jokers out. The people do deserve an explanation. Yeah, Maya. Now, you know, there's conversation about, you know, there's a Caribbean community at Bishop Fernandez Church, and the Caribbean people are loyal. And there's a lot of ambiguity and a lot of, you know, uncertainty and unclear, numbers about whether, well, some of it was clear and some of it was not. I saw one person was saying that, yes, you know, there were people at the church, but not like how it's been since Joel Tudman has been there. They're having 2 services, and they were not filling up 2 services pre-Tudman. Tudman was installed in March, right? So, so they're saying that Pastor or Bishop Fernandez was not, you know, bringing in them kind of numbers. You know, he may have had a decent audience, but that's what the people are saying over there in the comments, you know, that are in that area. The Caribbean community come under Catholicism, so yes, they are faithful. Okay, Michelle, thank you for that. Episcopacy. Overseer Ware, I miss you today, brother, but you know, you already know. Love you, brother. I'm really feeling your glasses tight. Where did you get them from? These came from Amazon. I get so many great glasses on Amazon. They're not, you know, nothing really super expensive. I just grab great frames. I'm a frame person, you know. He can go back to one service now. Well, yeah, I mean, listen. He's evidently felt like, you know, I'm gonna go ahead and try to pull this off and seek it, everything just go back to the way it was. But, you know, was it worth it? Was it worth it? What's his name? Henry. Was it worth it? Now you got people, you know, basically saying, yeah, I was kind of liking him. I was really digging him. And I don't really want to kind of go back to this old oil we had because, I mean, it was doable, but how you give us a newer model, a hotter model, and then take it away from us? It's like giving a baby a piece of candy. Because y'all know that man is very, very aesthetically good looking. You know, he can preach and stuff. And then they say the wife was the wife was over there singing and stuff. You know, hold on one second. We have somebody in the green room. Nephew.
What's up, Ty? How are you?
I just don't understand. I don't get it. I really don't.
Likewise. I know you've probably heard my heart about it earlier. I guess my question becomes, when the pastor advised that, and I'm just coming in, so I'm not really sure as it relates to the commentary that you've given on this second live, but when the pastor advised that he was accountable to the board, accountable to a board could mean several things. To me, it could definitely mean that the pastor, his decisions must be okay through the board or is subject to the board,
Mhm.
or he is giving directives from the board. And so when we talk about accountable to the board, what if there was a board who has the real autonomy to the church? Because within the African American church, we know that churches are basically pastor run,
Yeah.
personality run, whereas a Caucasian church is more elder run. So the question has to be asked. How is this church operated? So me personally, of course, I can speculate all across the board, but what if when this pastor decided to retire or kind of make the transition take place, there was a board appointed, or the board would kind of step in to make sure his transition was complete. He's probably flying, out, enjoying his time away,
Mhm.
and a lot of authority was given to the board. And so when he says, "Okay, I've heard the voice of God," this gentleman, Joel, is who I've heard God speak to me concerning. What if now he's wrestling with the voice of God and the choice of the board? Because now, hey, I know I want this guy to do it. I know he's well able to, but maybe something has happened whereas the board is not satisfied. And it just seems to me when the pastor was talking that his just mannerisms or posture was a bit tense. And sometimes we can use harsh words as a defense mechanism. It's not necessarily because we're strong. We can be, well, if you decide to leave, leave, or, because he's upset or it's misdirected anger or it's energy that's not channeled to the right place. So he's kind of being harsh to the congregation because he can't be harsh to the board, so it just, again, I just know how African American churches sometimes follow a different leadership model than
Mhm.
Caucasian churches, and I just want to know how is that church authentically run? Because if it's run by the board, or if he decided he's going to retire, maybe that board has a bit more of autonomy than we assumed, and that pastor's hand is kind of tied, whereas he can't say anything. I just want to offer a different perspective, and I'm enjoying the conversation, but I just know again how some of these churches operate, especially when there's a deacon board, when there's an administrative board, executive board, and things of the like. So I don't know, Ty. All
Yeah.
I know is I'm like you. I ain't going to nobody's church. I'm deconstructing and I'm straight on everything.
Yeah, I can't do it. My soul
Yeah.
wouldn't allow it to. Uh,
Yeah.
well, thank you, nephew. That was a very good point that you made.
Yeah.
Because of the way these churches are set up now, you don't know whether the board and the pastor are lock, stock, and together.
Agree. I remember you
Yeah,
saying that earlier.
yeah. Or
Or there's
yeah,
tension between the board. Like I said, when the pastor said, and you make statements like that, and of course, he's a very integral, from what I heard, the pastor's a very integral man. He seems to be very intelligent. He seems to have his knowledge. He's sensible. So when he says, God said you're the choice. Well, if God said he's the choice, God hasn't changed his mind. And I
unless
know, unless.
unless, and this is something that people are not talking really about too
Mhm.
deeply, unless they have found out something that they didn't know about before.
Agree. And so when Larry mentioned that,
Yeah.
I was saying the same thing, because also that this pastor could have been kind of shutting down questions because he doesn't want to say. So the pastor could be being integral by protecting this, Joel. Could be saying, listen, we ain't saying no more. If you want to find out something, man, go kick rocks, do what you got to do. Because I'm not going to say anything because I know it'll really ruin this man and his family. So we just have to kind of just look at it from various perspectives. We don't have to, but
The
whatever.
people in the chat, nephew, are saying that they have already got him back on the website as the pastor, and they have totally deleted him and his wife, like scrubbed.
Well, listen. Somebody on the board could be a data analyst or something like that, a web, personnel. I don't know. Hey,
This is
whatever.
crazy. It's
Look,
bananas.
it is. It is. It is.
Well,
But I
thank you,
just want to offer
nephew.
that commentary. Most definitely. Most definitely.
All
All right.
right.
I'll drop back down.
Bye-bye. Everybody, the link is available. It will be pinned. I don't want to be long tonight. Larry gave really great commentary. There are some others, but their commentary, these people, a lot of these church bloggers really don't have it, y'all. I'm just being honest. They're not engaging. I'm just saying, y'all. A lot of these church commentators that see, here's the thing that I'm learning, and that I have learned is that people can go to church if they want to hear a preacher commentate or talk about something. Loosen up a little bit. You know, it's okay to be comical. It's okay to have, you know, fresh, a little tart language here and there. You don't have to be vulgar. But that's why nobody really be watching them people. They really don't. And I'm not talking about the sector, that other sector. I'm talking about just the general sector. So it's too stiff. It's too, loosen up a little bit. Go get you some prune juice. All right. Okay. And they can come, they can critique my commentary. That's fine. I'll take it. God tired of people lying on him, not saying this is the case. Well, here is the thing, ASAP. Again, the link is pinned. Here's the thing. If God told you he is the one, God don't lie. So that means that something has happened that has caused you to step on what you said God said. Unless you didn't hear from God. That's another option nobody talks about. Maybe you didn't hear from God. Maybe you chose him for other reasons and just said God told you. See, that's what people don't understand. Everybody talking about God said and God said. The Bible says, my sheep know my voice, and a stranger they will not follow. So look like you should know what God sound like. And if he said he's the one, he should still be in the pulpit today. So a lot of times there's a serviceability to these relationships and to these partnerships. You know, it's something they're getting out of it. You know, somebody said earlier, Bishop Hernandez is not that old. He ain't sickly. Why is he turning the church over like this? Anyways, where is ministry actually taking place? There have been more drama in the church, and well, you don't really get a lot of that anymore. Ain't nobody getting saved and set free and delivered, Linnell. All you got is mess, and then when the bloggers cover it, then we're demons. Then we're all warlocks, and you know. I remember Donnie McClurkin after his incident in Memphis. Tell me, yes, these people are from the pits of hell. They're just from the pits. When everybody covered his Memphis hotel incident. Hey, Miss Tina.
Hey, how you doing? This sounds like a whole mess, and I agree with you. If God told you this was the man, he's not an author of myth.
No.
So this does not sound right. This does not sound like God. What this sound like, and I'm gonna be honest, this sound like a business arrangement going wrong.
Yes.
Something will happen. Either he's supposed to pay the man's supposed to pay him, or something will go wrong and nobody not telling the truth. But this does not sound. I know this does not sound like God, because God is not a author of confusion. Like I said, if God told you this was the man, then the transition would have been smooth. So now this to me sound like something has to do with money.
Mama Tina, the man ain't been there 6 months. He got installed in March.
And then what's so unfair to this man, I'm sure he came from another state. He done moved his family to this place, trying to build this church back up, and you just gonna snatch this church or whatever from him. And what I want to understand, this man better get a lawyer. What about a contract? Ain't this a breach of contract?
Possibly, unless it's in the contract. It's up to the board. It's up to their discretion whether they can, they can let you go or terminate you based on certain stipulations. If that's in there, he may not have no case, but listen, like I said, there may be something we don't know about.
And what's so sad, I know it's up to the church, it's up to the board, but whenever there's the lack of information, then people gonna speculate whether that's fair or unfair. And it's not fair that if this man didn't do anything wrong, like he didn't do any transgression, then what happened? Something had to happen. And you going on live saying, well, just trust you. That don't work in 2025. I'm sorry, that just do not work. Because what you did was, if you wanted this to be a private matter, that's what it sounded like. Then you shouldn't have put it on. You should have put it live. You should have had a meeting behind closed doors with the members, telling them what happened. But sooner you went online, it's public.
Yeah.
And people going to speculate. You cannot expect people to just not talk about it, not wondering what gone wrong. But if I was that man, you ain't got to wait on him to make no comment. You come out and explain what happened.
Unless he signed the NDA was a part of the contract.
Yeah, unless that. But like I said, I hope he have a lawyer. I hope he have a lawyer, because this does not sound right. And if I was a member of that church, I say, Pastor, I trust you in everything, but you got to explain more than what you did to explain this Sunday. I'm sorry, because it does not make sense. And what it does, it make him look bad. It make everybody in this situation look bad, whether right or wrong.
Yeah,
because not everybody is talking about it, and then you wonder, what did he do wrong? I mean, unless, like I said, this is a black church, and we just got to be honest. It's two reasons why a man will leave, a pastor will leave unless he did something against the bylaws or something have to do with money. One, it's only two. I mean, what else is there? Like, I don't see no other reason other than, like I said, unless he did something that was not against the standard, or it had something that had to do with money. And my bet is his money. Something that's my bet.
And all of this is alleged, but somebody in the chat says, Anthony Lester says his fraternity brother is a trustee there, and he said that Pastor Hernandez and Joel had a fight in the office, and Hernandez fired him on the spot. Okay. Now, of course, this is alleged. It would help if your fraternity brother would come on right now. It would help us out a great deal, even if he's just coming in the chat. But I was about to say ego too. I was about to say ego. I think that has a lot to do with ego. If a person feel like your protege or whoever you bring, and you feel like this person is going above you, or however you feel, that could cause jealousy, and that could, or either this other person, the pastor coming in, and you not listening to Pastor Hernandez because he's still there apparently, but you feel like this is your church, you trying to get your church. I mean, I don't know how you can have two leaders. In my opinion, how you can have two leaders at the same time. That won't work either way. You don't understand? If Pastor Hernandez was gonna retire, and you're trying to transition this man to lead, then you're gonna have to back and let this man lead, because he may have a different way to lead than you. Yeah.
So I don't even understand how you're gonna transition another person. You still there too.
Well, I guess he was there as the founder.
I don't know how. We know how we that will not last. I don't know how that can work.
Is he on the senior pastor, or we co-pastoring?
Like, you cannot do that, because you know what's gonna happen. Pastor Hernandez have people that will only probably listen to him, and then this other fella probably had that he brought in new people that probably only listen to him. And they just butt heads. That's obvious. Like, I don't know how that works. Like, I really don't know. I really don't even know how you can transition one pastor. I would think Hernandez would probably even preach like one Sunday a month, and then he would bow out. But how long do your transition need to happen? Does it take a whole year for the man to know what to do? I mean, really? If you're on a job and you train your person to take over your job, you don't be there. You train that person. I would give at least 60 days, maybe 90 days at the most. You train that person, and then you gone. You know what I'm saying? You don't stay there for no 6 months.
Yeah.
Like, it's just, I feel like this whole thing probably was messy from the beginning, and it not made public, because it don't make any sense.
My mama used to say, Miss Tina, she said, how it starts is how it ends.
I know, like this. They don't even make sense. Like none of this makes sense. How, like I said, how you gonna train this person? He been there 6 months, and then you just gonna apparently it seem like you just fired the man. Like
someone said they got to fighting in the office. Now we got to verify that, but that's what they said.
That ain't good. Like I said, it seems like it's a lot of ego involved. This person and that person, like. But you know what, Tyesse, it's gonna come out. It's gonna come out what happened.
Oh
it's
yeah,
gonna come out.
Oh yeah. It's just a matter of time. And it's gonna be, and you know, from my experience, it's gonna be somebody in that inner circle, because it's always somebody in the inner circle of these churches that low key don't like the leader, but they're in the inner circle, and the pastor don't have no discernment and can't see. There's a Judas in every church. I've never understood that. And none of y'all see the Judas. So that's who's gonna leak it.
I don't know, but it's gonna come out. This is not gonna die down. This is gonna be a couple of weeks worth of story to somebody. Somebody knows the whole truth. And like I said, unless this person, the pastor signed the NDA, I would get my side out, because right now people are thinking this pastor done something bad that was so bad that Bishop Hernandez had to fire him. Period. Not that he resigned, he got fired.
Yeah, and that's, you know, Mama Tina, that's embarrassing.
Embarrassing.
Yeah, that's embarrassing.
And then the man gonna say, pray for this the man and his family after you done fired the man. Right, that just made it work to me. Pray for what? You should have prayed before you fired him and made it public, and prayed about whether this is the way that it should go. Not pray after you done fired the man, embarrass him. Now you want people to pray. Pray for what? And we don't even know what to pray for.
And to be honest, the reason I don't know about that story about the fight in the office is because Joel Tubman did an Instagram post and said that he was heartbroken, and it just seemed like you wouldn't be shocked and heartbroken if you had a fight and you got fired.
I don't think it was a fight. I think Pastor Tubman got blindsided. That's what it sounds like. He may be thinking he was doing good. And that is a blind side when you don't have no clue that this man fired you and then made it public. Did he tell him before he got fired?
I think they may have. It may have been a situation like so many, Mama Tina, where they'll send you an email or tell you we're gonna have a conference on Zoom, and then they tell you over Zoom. I've seen that too. Or they'll email you. Yeah.
Now you know, if it's like the Baptist churches, the board run that church. It may not have been up to Pastor Hernandez.
That's true.
The board run the church. They probably might have told Pastor Hernandez, you need to get rid of this man. So I don't know. That's what Pastor Hernandez made it seem like the board knew what happened. Whoever on the board knew what happened.
Well, we're gonna have to wait, and we're gonna wait patiently and see what the end gonna be, Mama Tina. It's always
I know you're right. Hey, I'm waiting on the lawsuit myself. I'm waiting on who's gonna be the first one to file the lawsuit. Because if I'm being dead honest, because I know when you come and pastor a church, you uproot your whole family. Yeah. And probably the apartment that he lived in is probably in the church's name. He probably gonna have to move out the house or the apartment where he's staying at.
Well, they say he got a church in Oklahoma, so he may have a house in Oklahoma, you know.
Oh, maybe so, but I'm telling you, the church he probably was drawing a salary from this church, and he uprooted his family. It only don't affect him; it affect his whole family.
All right.
All right.
Thank you, Mama Tina. We love your commentary always. Hey, Ramona Gregory.
Hello there. Thank you for the opportunity to share. I just want to say that I actually live in the area where the church is. I live in Lauderhill, Florida, which is a small city that's a part of the greater Fort Lauderdale area.
Okay.
The church is in Sunrise, Florida.
Mhm.
And I was a member there for nearly about 4 years. And then I left to go, to a smaller church where I could be a little bit more, involved.
Yeah.
And we had some changes like many churches during the pandemic. So I visit there when our church isn't having services, because we had to, do some different type creative things, because of, our building. Anyway, with that being said, I want to say that the things that I know, from sitting there, and the last time I was there was about 3 Sundays ago, actually. And I will say for the pastor, Joel Tudman, that whenever he got up to preach, he always gave honor to Bishop Hernandez and his wife. He seemed very respectful. And it appeared as though the congregation really, received him. One of the things that I noticed as far as the preaching is concerned is that there was a difference in the way that they ministered. Bishop Henry Fernandez, I would say he pretty much has more of a kind of a tolerant type ministry, whereas it's just kind of general. He's not going to go too extreme in one direction or another. And I would say the difference with Pastor Joel Tudman, which caused me to start going more, actually, since he was, placed in leadership, is he seems to preach more of teaching people to have more accountability. In other words, everything just don't slide, everything just don't go. Not that he's just throwing people, in the lake of fire, but more of, take the word, live it, and have more accountability, making people stronger and more accountable. That's the way that I would say it. And he, preaches strong. He has a very, very strong teaching ministry. He explained things, but you still could feel the love. So that's just what I wanted to say by personally sitting there. And the last thing I'm going to say, to let someone else take my place here, is
take your time, because it's really key when we have somebody that is in the area, because everybody else,
Yes.
we in Chicago, Cincinnati, New York. So please take your time.
Yes. So the thing that I don't understand is that as members, people paying their tithes, they're giving an offering, they're doing special, type of seed planting. And for a leader just to say that they're not going to tell you anything, I just really don't think that that is fair. I feel like it's not, the leaders' church is our church. And even if it was a meeting, after service that was close to the public or something like that, it sort of has that, plantation slave, kind of mentality feeling, because people are due, some type of explanation.
Yes.
And it just doesn't seem fair. And the other thing is that when Pastor Joel Tudman came, it was a lot of hoopla. So Pastor Joel Tudman must have preached there about, I'm going to say safely, about 2 years before he was actually inducted as the pastor. And what I mean by that, he was the guest speaker, because I would always, make my way over there. That's how I know. And he would come, he would be the guest speaker. He would be in, maybe a month, maybe the next month, and it was kind of consistent. So this is the thing. It's not like a American Idol audition. Okay, you sing one song and, oh yeah, we like it, we're going to pass you on to the next thing. He's had an opportunity to talk with the pastor. He met his family. He knows what he believes. He understands this history there, that it wasn't a quick decision. So to get here at this, at this particular, the right decision, that sort of doesn't make sense either, because you had the history, before you made the decision. And he came with so much hoopla. He really elevated, Pastor Joel in the sight of the people. And for him to elevate him like that, and then for him and his family to have to walk alone without even having an opportunity to address the congregation. Well, I'm going to let you say goodbye to them or something. I mean, it's just, you know, doesn't seem fair. And the main thing, my last thing that touched my heart was this. You know, this at the end of the day for Pastor Joel, this is a job. You know, I've had a job before, lost a job. You come home and you're like, oh God, how am I gonna pay my rent, my electric bill, you know, and all of those things. And so what I hope, you know, as a brother in Christ, Pastor Hernandez, to, you know, Pastor
Okay, you broke up.
perhaps there was something, you know, if there was a
You're
yes,
breaking up a little bit. You're breaking up a little bit.
okay.
Okay, go ahead. Go ahead.
All right. All right. So what I was going to say was that I hope that in brotherly love, because this man has a wife and a family, I'm hoping that he at least said, okay, well, we're going to give you 3 months pay so you can, you know, move to another apartment, back home, or whatever, you know, you know, tossed out of the door. So it's
Okay,
you know, kind of a sort of here.
We're hearing you, but you're chopping up. So just consider moving just a little bit. Move the phone just a little bit, because sometimes that helps.
Okay.
Okay, now go.
Okay.
We heard what you said. It was just breaking up.
All right.
You said that you will hope that they give him some type of financial, you know, honorarium.
Right, because the thing of it is that was his job. He moved his whole family all the way across, you know, several states, you know, thinking that this would be his home for a long time. So just out of brotherly love, regardless of what the feelings are. And, you know, I believe that if he decided to, he really could stand on his own and perhaps start his own ministry. Not saying that's what God would tell him to do, but I believe that he has garnered that much love, that much attention with his ability, you know, to teach. And, you know, he has that charismatic flair. You know, I believe that he could stand on his own, but, you know, that's up to whatever the Lord would decide, you know, for him to do. So I'll be going back. I'm so this really
You're not going back?
So,
did you say you're not going back?
I won't, but I don't see going back unless it's like a special occasion, Travis Green coming to sing or something, because I don't feel like I need to be contributing to the ministry, because even though I wasn't, you know, didn't join the church, I still give when the envelopes come around, and I support the ministry and things of that nature. Like, why can't you just tell us something? I just don't think that that's, you know, how leadership should be. So a little disappointed.
Well, thank you so much. Thank you so much. You gave awesome commentary. We appreciate it. And please be sure to not be a stranger and to come back again. Gotta love on the ground commentary. Adrian, we love you, and we will see you tomorrow or Tuesday. Prophetess A. I believe if after would have been a smooth transition. That boy said in my mind, couldn't what child listen. Nephew, yeah, she gave some really good commentary. We're gonna watch the video, everybody. I know, mother, we've seen this video 3 times. You to see it a 4th time. All right, let's watch the video, because there's some people in the chat that have not seen the video. Let's watch the infamous video.
Online. Let me begin, because I know many of you are watching, and those of you who are here, you have mixed emotions. And social media is blowing up. And everybody, not everybody, but a lot of people have already cast their judgment. But yesterday, I sent out a letter to the church. And yes, the letter was authentic. It came from me. It's not a spam. And I know many of you have a lot of questions and concerns. But for 34 years, I have led this church as God has led me. And I can assure you that God will continue to direct me and the executive board of this church. This church is not run by one man. I want that to be absolutely clear. There's an executive board that I am accountable to. Even though I am the founder of the church, I submitted my life under their authority. And I'm going to ask all of you, those of you who are streaming, those of you in this room, to trust my leadership. 34 years. 34 years. And while you're not given reasons, and so I'm asking you, be careful of your assumptions. Just be careful of your assumptions. I would encourage all of us to always remember, those of us who are in the kingdom, we're kingdom citizens. We are expected to conduct ourselves accordingly. And while you may have your feelings and your opinions, please don't ever forget that. And just as I stated in the letter to all of the members yesterday, I hope you'll have a chance to read it for yourself and don't let people interpret it for you. If you're a member of this church, you should have received it. And I ask that you take it, the letter, for what it says. What you're not going to get from Henry Fernandez is try to explain in details or to go back and forth. That's not my character. So I ask those of you who are posting on social media, and even those of you, probably, you may choose not to come back to this church. I will absolutely ask you to make sure that you're spirit led. That's all. Be careful to operate out of emotions. I just ask you to use wisdom. Now, in the letter I sent, it was to advise you that Pastor Joel Tudman is no longer the senior pastor of this church. I'm going to ask you to please pray for him and his family. That's what we Christians are supposed to do. So here's what I'm going to ask this church. If you're in agreement with me, because I have nothing else to say. So I'm sorry if you needed more detail and explanations. And as you're posting, I am going to make sure that this...
All right. All right. You heard him again, y'all. You heard him for the third or fourth time. So he's not going to give y'all nothing and just move on with your damn life. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Happy birthday, Time Out Sports Podcast. All right. I think the board has nothing to do with it. They just go with recommendations of the pastor. I believe it's a lot more going on. Good point, Ashley Reeves. Okay. Christians should be thinkers as well as praying. I agree, Michelle. I agree 100%. Ms. B says, master manipulator, hashtag master manipulator. Okay. Sandy Walton says his announcement would have come across a little better if the board was standing with him to signal that it was a joint decision and not his alone. Now, that is a good point. And also, we don't have an opportunity to hear from Joel Tutman. A thank you or goodbye or take care and here's a little envelope on your way, nothing. And then you get the post from Joel Tutman that he's heartbroken. That's not a smooth transition when you talk about your heart broken. I'm just saying. That wasn't, I walked out the door of my own accord. Thank you, Samaj Capers, for $8.88. I appreciate your support. Boards, throw rocks, and hide hands. You must ain't been to an old Baptist church. Baby, listen. They say them Baptist boards are like the Sopranos. Yeah. If the executive board voted, they should have had the chairman stand and say, we voted, and this is the recommendation. That's how it's usually done. So has the Lord said anything? Because remember, the Lord told you he was the one. I guess he's not the one anymore. All right. So Todd, tip in late will catch. All right, we ain't been here that long. You know, we've been here about an hour, and I'm getting ready to wrap this up. I just wanted to offer just some additional commentary before we wrap this thing up, because we won't touch it again unless there's a major revelation. Because at some point, this is nothing can be said that's not going to, you know, be still speculation, right? And so, like I said, the purpose of this video, did Mr. Bishop Fernandez miscalculate? Because Joel Tubman is very popular. Did he, girl, I can I cannot. Did Bishop Fernandez miscalculate this and operated out of some swift emotions? Because it seems like Tubman is very, very popular. You know, y'all. Thank you, ASAP, for $8.88. Thank you for your support. I appreciate it. You know, so I don't know, y'all. I can. Oh my God. All right. He did what? Yeah, happy birthday. So listen, Joel Tubman has options, right? He has options because he has, although Jakes is plagued with scandal and you know, all kind of stuff right now, he still can go back to, you know, the Potter's house, you know, dynasty. And, you know, because the man told him you can always come home. Even Cora over there said, come home. It's just the only thing he's dealing with is his ego. Well, not so much your ego, just, you know, being embarrassed, and you didn't laugh, and you done went over here and you thought it was going to be big. And so you got to deal with that public Episcopal humiliation, basically, y'all. But all that'll wear off. You'll be okay. I done been through it all, honey. I done been through public, you know, all that. Thank you, Sienna Williams, for $8.88. I appreciate it. Thank you for your support. The picture is, that picture is doing the most. Yep, he miscalculated. He's going to lose members. And so they will know by the end of September. They'll have a you know, a good idea. So September, you know, 30th, somewhere around there, it total up the whole month, and they'll see, you know, as opposed to August. You know, he left right at the first of the month. So they'll definitely be able to see, honey, membership and numbers and all that stuff. Leave the 99 for the 1. He miscalculated about Joe. Joe got too big too fast, probably wanted more money. Well, okay. Was this over an envelope? That's another scenario. You know, there's a couple of people that left the Potter's house recently. A couple of people left the Potter's house, a couple of musicians. That Golden boy, he left from over there. Talking about his assignment was complete. If he needs somewhere to preach, he can come to my house. Heck, I need a personal preacher. All right, well, there it is. Time I'm supposed to, yeah, happy birthday, yes. I was gonna say, look at those muscles. Well, listen, he's a very muscular man. His britches be tight and stuff, and y'all know, yeah. Stop. Oh, baby. Like night and day, huh? Oh, stay in the spirit. Yeah, stay in the spirit, honey. Like Larry said, he is set with preaching engagements because of other mega preachers standing with him. Yeah, I seen people are already making posters and flyers. We stand with Joel and what's her name, Latanya. Y'all, I cannot. I'm not doing this with y'all. Oh, Lord Jesus. Okay. At the end of the day, I think when all is said and done, I think Joel will be okay. He'll bounce back. But y'all, this stuff is never easy. The link is available. If anybody would like to come up and say anything, the link is available. Can y'all tell me what happened with the Tiffany company? Can you guys tell me what happened with the ooh, that's too close. That's too much. Bring that out. Can y'all tell me what happened with the Tiffany Montgomery situation? Can somebody that was in the Larry Reed live stream, can you tell me what happened? I'm not dealing with y'all. Okay. What happened with Tiffany Montgomery, y'all? Because I saw the video. I'm gonna have to play that whole thing back. I saw a video of a Mexican man. What was he saying? Does anybody know what the kid? Somebody give me a quick version of what was going on over there. Then I saw because I had the TV on mute. Then I saw Linda Jerdig, and I'm like, oh my God. Don't nobody know what happened with Tiffany Montgomery's story? I guess not. All right, I'll just go back and watch it. I'll watch it myself. Because honey, y'all just, I don't know. Sometimes y'all do not take contemporaneous notes. I know how to take notes and stuff. I know how to take notes and all these things. All right, we've been on for an hour. I'm thinking, what was the other part of this? Oh, will TD Jakes come in and of course he will. Of course, TD Jakes will help Joel Tubman in any way he can. You know, all they got to do is make the phone call and say, you know, Daddy, I need you. She was going off saying Linda Jernigan post better not be about her. Oh my God. And Linda Jernigan, you know, she was known for doing all that Matthew Stevenson tea. And oh my God, he'll be here tomorrow. Matthew Stevenson will be in town tomorrow. So she was, y'all remember Linda Jernigan, all them y'all, all them folks. And who else? The little boy, the little Mexican boy that was sitting in the car. Man, they was coming hard and fast on Matthew when all that stuff broke loose. It was Linda Jernigan, the little Mexican boy Jose, and then it was Tiffany Montgomery. Let me go to Tiffany's page, y'all. Let me go to her page. I know some of y'all say, honey, Tiffany, just take us out the group text. If I heard Pastor Football Prayer say the word daddy, I would, oh my God. Well, you know, that's a spiritual pappy. That's a spiritual pappy. Let me go to her page. Ooh, this woman is just, she's just a lot. She's just a lot. When did she prophesy? Because she's saying some, I don't see anything. I don't see. Okay, I don't see nothing new on her page. Okay. Ooh. Okay, on August 20th, she said nothing will fly under her prophetic radar. Girl, all right. All right, Tiffany. She said nothing will fly under her prophetic radar, Ty Squad. Do y'all hear that? Something about not having truth, too. Okay. Jakes needs to back off my past, so we got to keep him covered and pure. Now, the Linda lady for the bill. Oh, my God. I can. Okay, here's the deal, Ty Squad. What I think is that a lot of people have weaponized witch and warlock. They have. And see, the Salem witch trials was based a lot on hysteria, right? And so calling somebody a witch nowadays is weaponized. So the Salem witch trials was based really in a lot of mass hysteria and people just assuming people were witches, and people lost their lives. And so today you have the same thing. The only thing, they don't unalive you, they unalive your character. They unalive your spirit. Belinda lady is a Trump supporter. Who is the Belinda lady? Simone Chapman. Who is the Belinda lady? Who is that? So that's what's going on, y'all. Everybody a witch nowadays. Everybody a warlock. And it's unfortunate. It really is. Okay, hold on. Am I uploading this video? Okay, my brother just sent me this. Oh, child, this is going to open up a can of worms. The Top Squad don't want to see. Y'all want to see a video? Am I uploading this, or are we doing the benediction? Child, this might open up a whole nother Pandora's box. That's why y'all want to watch this video. If y'all want to watch it, I'll pull it. First of all, I got to upload it. Oh my goodness. Okay, let me get it. Let's see the video. Okay. Child, it's about religion. This is right up Michelle Holly's alley and Larry Reed's alley. But y'all, you know, we're trying to get up out of here. We're trying to get the hell up out of here. Okay, let me see if I can download the video. Yeah, it is early. It is super early, but I ain't taking no nap today. I'm ready to take my nap. I'm ready to take my damn nap, Time Squad. Copy link. Then we got to transfer it over here. Let's see what this lady got to say. Okay, the video's done. And so I just need to, okay, give me a minute. All right, hold on one second, Time Squad. I got to get the video uploaded. Everybody, please remain seated. We're still in service. And we want to hear what this young woman has to say. Everybody, please remain seated. We're in service. All right, so it's okay. Let's see here. Okay, and then we need to go right here and get this video uploaded. Well, not this. We need the video, not this. Okay. We know he's all right, baby. He's all right. He's a wheel in the middle of a wheel. How many people know the Lord's all right in the chat? Okay, we still got nearly 500 people here. How many of y'all know he's all right? I need to know if you know he's all right. We watched a video last night in Patreon, y'all. How many of y'all remember that video about the who was that just said a minute ago? About, was that CC? CC was saying she's just tired of this church. Several of y'all tonight were saying, you know, what, church is just really a hot mess right now. We watched a video last night in Patreon. You really got to see it to believe it. I don't know, y'all don't want to see that either. I know y'all don't want to see it. It's almost, you know, damn near 10 minutes. But it was a pastor over in Mississippi. And the pastor was in Mississippi. And then he wound up having, a side baby. And then the side piece came up in the church and basically tried to jump on the first lady. Then come to find out, y'all. He was having all kind of damn people. This is out of Mississippi over there, y'all. Oh, one of the videos uploaded. Let's take a look. Then he was having kids with every damn body, they said. Like, girl, then eventually they let his ass go. Okay. Let's play the video.
There's an alarming number of us that go to school to become ministers and leave deconstructing our faith, so let's talk about it. Earlier this week, I saw a video on TikTok where this girl was like, if your pastor went to college, he's lying to you. I admittedly didn't even watch the whole video. I just immediately stitched it. The reason why is because I knew exactly what she was talking about. The video's 3 minutes long. I posted it here so it didn't get shown to new audiences, but you can go ahead and check that out. Basically, in a nutshell, what I was saying is that when you understand how the Bible was put together, it's really hard to, in good conscience and faith, go out to the world and tell them this fairy tale that God's hand protected the Holy Scripture and that it was never, nothing was ever taken in or taken out or put in, like everything that is there now is exactly what God wanted, as if men don't always, all through time, do stuff outside of God's will. Or as if men, humans, don't do things for power, for greed, for control, and selfish reasons. Obviously, I got a whole bunch of responses, and surprisingly, it was from so many other people like myself who had went to Bible college, specifically the one that I went to, but lots of others, and said the same thing. That once you learn and you understand religion and you understand the politics and the bureaucracy of church, but mainly just religion, right? Not the story of Jesus, not your faith, but religion as a whole, how it is an industry. It's very hard to continue practicing that in good faith. A lot of people in the comments were like, oh, maybe that's just for mega churches and not for small churches. And I wouldn't know. I never went to small churches like that. But what I do know is this. Regardless of the size of your church, if you're not speaking out against Israel and what's happening in Palestine, if you're not speaking out when children are saying that they are being touched by adults and you guys allow them to be church leaders and you allow them to be presidents and all kinds of things, like, you're the problem. I don't care if it's a big church or a small church. You guys are supposed to be the salt and the light of the world. You're supposed to be doing what's right, but instead you are so much more married to religion than you are anything else. That's why people are leaving the church. Not because we want to go fuck and smoke and drink, but because you guys don't do what you're going to say you do, and you don't hold the people that are leading you accountable. And the people that are leading you know that they have the ability to sway your judgment just because they say they're a man or a woman of God. And that alone in the wrong hands is dangerous. Here we are with someone who's in the highest office of the land because they convinced a bunch of Christians who have blind faith, who are afraid to deconstruct anything, that he's a man of God or that he's on their side. So here we are.
Well, what do you guys think, man? She the way she broke that thing down like a fraction, y'all. Everybody agree? You know, she was on point. Is there anything you disagree with? Was she on point? Michelle said she's speaking the truth. And the thing about it is that deconstructing is something that a lot of people are talking about right now. Yeah. No lies being told. I listen. Honey, right now, if you say anything outside of the norm, they want to say you're a witch or a warlock, or you don't want to be under leadership. I sure don't. You don't want to, you ain't deconstructed. You just all want discipline. Let me be quiet. No lies told. She's on point. She said what she said. Well, you know what, y'all? I'm going to go ahead, since I got the video. I'm going to show that video, y'all, so people can see this is what's going on right now in the church. So we're going to play the video we showed in Patreon last night. Remember, a side piece came to the church, maybe 2 years ago, 2022. Okay, 3 years ago. She came to the church to jump on the first lady. And then the pastor tried to explain, because they was getting ready. They said, you got to go. So he on the mic kind of explained, okay, let me explain to y'all. Y'all can't put me out. You got to see it. You just got to see it. Let's watch it. All right. And then we'll get out of here, y'all. Remember, this is a church, a whole church, y'all. All right.
Do y'all remember? No, he can't go with the bylaw. We'll be in court. We'll be in court. We'll be in court. Here's the bylaw. It didn't say the moderator. It said the chairman of the deacon board would do it. He can't appoint nobody to do the job. He can't appoint nobody. We'll be in court. You can get the police to get me out. We just go to court. So no, you're not. I'm not getting police to ask me to move. I'm the pastor. I haven't been voted out. I'm not going. I'm not going. I'm not going. I'm not going. Police can't move me and I'm the pastor. Because here it is right here. The church, I don't even know what it is. It's between the church body will be polled by the voting members. And it said if any time that a vote is needed for retention of the mission, a church meeting will be called. The meeting must be stated, and it said the chairman of the deacon ministry will provide. The chairman of the deacon ministry will provide. Let me show it to you. Let me show it to you right here. That ain't even, because I asked to do one thing. I asked to do one thing, ask a question. They won't let me ask a question. They won't let me ask a question because they know I'm telling the truth. You can't, I asked them to let me ask one question. This church will be soon. I asked them. You know, when y'all came to that meeting, y'all said, I'll let you speak at the meeting. You don't remember that? Right. Hold up. No. This is what happened. Do y'all remember? Hold on, no. See, why they won't let me talk? All I ask is to ask one question. All I ask, they won't let me ask my one question because they know I'm telling the truth. And the police can't come on private property and ask me to leave if I'm not doing nothing to nobody. That's a private property. That's a private property.
Calm down, y'all.
The right way is the right way is number one. Number one, the right way is where is your church roll? Where's your church roll? You gotta have an active church roll. Where's your church roll? Where's the secretary of the church? No, you're not you. How you got one? The church secretary is supposed to have one. You haven't been here, but you coming on first Sunday. So how you know who's here second, third, and fourth? No. We're gonna do it right. As long as we do it right, I'm okay. I'm okay with right. As long as we do it right. Because you can't just bring folk in here that ain't been in here since September of 2044. You can't do it. And that's not gonna happen. Thank you. I'm the pastor of the church. I'm the pastor of the church and had not done nothing to nobody. The church will witness. I'm the pastor of the church and had not done nothing to nobody. I'm the pastor of the church and have not done no. Because I have not done nothing. I am the pastor. I'm the pastor of the church, and if they can't do that, I haven't done anything. I'm the pastor. Okay, come on, I'll talk to you. Come on. I'll be back.
Show her what's going on. And this is the reason why she didn't want to come to church today. God told her not to come, like she always tells me. We find the police involved. Police came. Yeah, because they were down there right there. But why is she trying to tag the wife? Because of one thing, child. What? One thing. She can't hear me.
We don't stop this.
Ain't nobody clean up in here. Ain't nobody clean up in Somebody gonna get the fire. Oh, you
Y'all just go home. Go home.
let's go. Get up.
You don't come up there hot and tell nobody to get out. Hey, Will. How you doing, man? Tell officer she don't come up here hot and tell nobody to get out. She won't come up here hot and tell nobody to get out. It's crazy.
Oh, this one.
I'm sorry. Okay, that could have happened at Tiffany Church, y'all. That could have happened. It wasn't no baby involved, but boards and bylaws, it could have been bad over there. Could have. Last night when I played this in Patreon, people were saying, did you notice how nobody was fazed? People were not disturbed. Nobody was getting up, walking out, really. People were just sitting there like it was a movie. Black people, it's like we thrive in dysfunction. Ain't nobody shocked. Ain't nobody like, can you believe this happening? It's a little baby crying. One girl told me, my mama told, the Lord told her not to come today. The pastor up there trying to explain because he know his bucket, his money is about to be gone. He know that money is, you got to go get a job. He know that. And they eventually, the update is they got rid of the pastor, and the other update is they say the first lady stayed with him. Nobody went to get in their cars. Yeah. The trauma was normal. Yeah. But to the woman, to the side piece, ma'am, you're expecting. Why are you in there trying to tussle? Well, when they say she was expecting, you know, a lot of these side chicks will say they pregnant and you ain't even pregnant. You know, I got his baby. You know, y'all know they do that a lot. So did we ever see a baby? Did she ever have a baby? Because she was thick. She could have just been a thick woman. Oh, they went to the parking lot. And so we didn't get the actual, we didn't get the fight. We got them when they was pulling her away. So they said she actually jumped on a lady, but we didn't, that was before the, I guess everybody, when they saw what happened, they all went to their cameras. Some were only there for the drama. And I'm sure that somebody heard, she probably said, oh, I'm coming up there. Oh, it's going down today. Oh, I'm whipping First Lady booty. You know, I don't want to say the ASS word. So I'm sure that, you know, it was some tea that was out there, y'all. That she was coming. Probably had more members that day because they heard. And half of them probably don't even like the First Lady. What were the musicians? Like in The Color Purple, Travis, you know the man, when they got to fight, he said, time to go. Well, yeah, I think this could have went ugly too if, you know, the wrong emotions are involved. But luckily, Joel Tubman, you know, comes from a church, comes from a pedigree where he's a, you know, an upright man. And, you know, well, I don't know him, but this situation with Hernandez or Fernandez at the wrong church, I've seen people get gangster up in church. I have. That's what that man said. Well, time to go. They're in here fighting. Well, he said the secretary hadn't been there. And then one lady, she was up there talking about, we got to do this right. He told her to shut up. Yo, what is going on? And I don't want to feel like this is crazy. This is not normal. Black church America is not, this is not normal. Anybody in the chat that agrees, this is not normal. This is crazy. I know it just ain't me. I'm just saying. We're going to get ready to get out of here, y'all. We've been on 90 minutes. That's about enough. It's still early, but we can get up out of here. Thank y'all so much for tuning in today. I appreciate every last one of y'all for your continued support. Very Jerry Springer episode. If you want to support us with 888 or whatever you want to sow, there are ways to give right there on your screen. I appreciate you. Well, y'all, I will update y'all if I hear anything out of Sunrise, Florida. If I hear anything, I may do it in writing, y'all. I may do it in writing, put it, you know, because I don't anticipate doing a lot of church commentary moving forward, like specific, like, it's going to have to be something really noteworthy. Yeah, I'm going to pick and choose now what I cover church-wise. Oh, my God. Are you kidding me? Oh, my goodness. Thank you, Mona Davis, for $9.01. Tomorrow is 9/1, so if you want to send a 901 seed, we appreciate it. Wow. Okay. We could close this out tonight. Like, come on, y'all. Oh, my God. Let's do this tonight. Are y'all serious? We're 76 subscribers away. We're 76 subscribers away from the Sweet 16. I'm saying we'll have our celebration by, you know, the 16th. We may be having our celebration, man, by Wednesday or Tuesday or Wednesday. So we're just 76 subscribers away from Sweet 16, you know. And what a sweet celebration that's going to be, y'all, you know. All right. But we need 76 subscribers, and we should get there by the end of the week, okay? I'm looking forward to having a Sweet 16 celebration with you guys. Hopefully, we can all come together and have a great celebration. I can drop the link, and some of y'all can come up and, you know, say a few words. Yeah, when I was young, I went to church to escape the streets. Let's pack a virtual pew this week to make it. Yeah, all you got to do is just tell somebody. Let somebody know. You know, let somebody know I know of a great channel. And yeah, the subscribe button needs 70. That's all we need. We need 76 subscribers. And we will have our, yes. I want to say thank you to Mona, Sienna, Asaph, Samaj, and Yolanda earlier for your support today. Thank you so much. Okay. Yeah. They're telling Joel Tubman to wipe the dust off his feet. Oh, wow. Okay. Oh my God. Okay. Somebody just wrote a long. Okay, let me read it. Okay. At the International Leadership Conference hosted by TD Jakes, Bishop Hernandez stood on stage and told the crowd that he had retired, and then praised Pastor Joel Tudman. He could not have left the church in better hands. Okay. We're still in service. Everybody sit down. All right. Okay, this is on my video from earlier. Joel Tudman, he said that he could not have left the church in better hands. Yet now Pastor Tudman has been fired. This does not reflect well after publicly honoring him before thousands. You uprooted this man and his family. Pastor Joel Tudman came from the Potter's House, a highly respected church. Okay, Pastor Joel came from the Potter's House, a highly respected church. All right, no, okay. And he and his family are honorable. Now that, yes, everybody says that now. All right. Upstanding individuals, God calls us to do all things decently and in order. And this situation does not appear to reflect that principle. Bishop Hernandez, it looked like you used Pastor Joel Tudman and his connection. Oh my God, wait a minute. Oh, okay. All right, Bishop Hernandez, it looked like you used Bishop Hernandez. Okay, wait a minute. Bishop Hernandez, it looked like you used Pastor Joel Tudman and his connection to the Potter's House. I might be wrong, but this situation leads to speculation, leads to speculate. God will be the judge at the end. Now, that was the whole word. Well, everybody, that's what happens. You get these kind of posts when you don't give nobody no clues and no answers. People get to add there what they feel happened. So this is what happens. This is what happens, Brother Hernandez. When you say, I'm done with it, I'm not saying nothing else. See, this is what happens. Okay? I'm just letting y'all know what happens. Like I said, bait and switch. You done got this man across the damn country, and now you talking about, yeah, I'm done with it. We're moving on. You're moving on. Child. Travis said, like I said, bait and switch. Somebody else said on my post, super sad to hear this news as he was really thriving as well as the church. What happened to the body of Christ being unified as the word told us to do? I have watched every interview from that time that pastor took me and came on board. Bishop Fernandez excited to retire so that he could help other bishops in the body of Christ, as well as get his podcast. So I'm very confused as to what insurgent spirit came in and brought this division. Praying, yeah, we all are. My guy says, why was he fired? The hell if I know. I don't know. I don't know more than y'all know. Y'all down there on the scene. I think Joel Tubman will be all right. I think he'll be all right. He'll land in a safe space, you know. He looks like I'm not doing that, y'all. I'm not doing that. Y'all, he look like the Chuck E. Cheese. I'm not doing that, y'all. I should not. All right, Task Squad. Thank y'all so much for tuning in tonight. I've given all I can give. I've given 3 videos. I've given you the initial, the follow-up, and the conclusion. And until there's something else notable, I think my work here is done. Okay. As Iana says, I think my work here is done. Yeah. Oh, we got some more donations that have come in. Thank y'all so much. Oh, wow. Y'all are really, really supporting the platform tonight. I appreciate it. All the love. Okay, let me do some more shout outs. Okay. Shout out to Malika Hill. Wow. What? Malika, thank you so much. Celebrating early. Thank you so much for the Sweet 16 seed. That really means a lot. Thank you so much. Wow. Latoya Menifee, thank you for 888. I appreciate it. Malika Hill, I really, really appreciate that love. Thank you so much. I repented my comment. Y'all could never. Listen, you can say what people look like. It's okay. I don't think it's wrong if somebody look like something, you know. I think Bishop Jakes, he kind of looked like the man that played the drums at Chuck E. Cheese. The thing to play the drums at Chuck E. Cheese, I don't think that's insulting. They look like something you're familiar with, you know. All right, y'all. Y'all talk about, you know, I guess when you're muscular, y'all, I don't know. People just keep commenting. He was supposed to lead the Potter's house. This is why this happened. Okay, baby, we know. All right. He was supposed to lead the Potter's house. All right. Yep. Y'all, you know what? I'm not dealing with y'all. They sent me the thing to play the drums at Chuck E. Cheese. I'm not dealing with y'all. All right. They said he would have went over to the Potter's house. If he went to the Potter's house, this would have never happened, y'all. Okay. What are we watching tonight, Taswa? It's Sunday. What are we watching? Are we watching something? Are we watching a drama? Are we doing reality TV? Are we doing Netflix, Hulu? I can't sit through another Katrina documentary. I'm being honest. Tyesse Jackson cannot sit through another Katrina documentary. I just can't do it. Y'all tell me how it goes. All right. Okay. Have a phenomenal night. Tomorrow is Monday. It's a holiday. I'm going to do my best to stay off and rest tomorrow. I'm going to try my best. But I just believe something going to break loose tomorrow. I believe it. Yeah. I'm going to do my best to stay off tomorrow. I am. Don't give me a reason to keep my eyes on the man. I cannot. Currently watching reruns of Scandal. Given the state of the church, I don't even have to change the child. Listen. I'm going to find me something in here to watch. Oh, I got to watch the Black Mirror, you know. Did they find Beazle? Yeah, they found 47, but they say it's a clone. They say it's not even the real 47. And now they say Rudy Giuliani had a bad car accident up there in New Hampshire. I'm watching a Gary doc on Peacock. Gacy? Is the Gacy doc already out? I think that was in October. I don't know. I gotta see if the Gacy doc is out. Maybe that's a Gacy doc already. Wait a minute. I'd have to see. Ty Lily on now. What Lily? Lily on now. What Lily? You know, some of these names, and it could be Leandria Johnson, could be Lily from SWV. I remember him saying that, Travis. Good night, Michelle. Love you. Have a great Labor Day, Michelle. And we'll see you on Tuesday, sis. Okay. I'm trying to say Ty Lily on now. Who is Lily? All right, everybody. I've given this all I can give it. Leandria on Candy. Oh, yeah, I watched it. I'm on Patreon. I watched that on Patreon. Maybe 3 or 4 days ago, I watched Leandria in Patreon. I even did commentary on it in Patreon. I did commentary on it in Patreon maybe 3 days ago. All right. This is from 21. Okay. All right. Everybody have a good night on purpose. You're not grilling them all? I'm going to grill my ass in that bed. I'm going to grill in that bed. That's what I'm grilling. All right, y'all. I love y'all. Have a good night. Let's do smooth jazz on the way out. We could do a little Aretha on the way out. It's Sunday. It's Labor Day. Let's do Aretha on the way out. Yeah, I don't see a problem with it. Yeah. Let's do the Queen of Music on the way out, y'all. Wait a minute. All right, y'all. Bye.
Remember this one? I'm sad, babe. That's what I feel now. Let's go listen is what it is. Step and move your hips with a feel from side to side. Sit yourself down in your car, take a ride. And while you move, rock steady, let it be. We gon' call this song exactly what it is. What it is, what it is, what it is. Funky Lord, I'm feeling. What it is. In the hips, from left and right. What it is. What it is I might be doing. What it is. This funky dance all night. Got me hands up, feeling ain't got me. Oh, yeah. Got devil on your side. So step down, take a ride. You want to move, rock steady, baby. Call this song exactly what it is. What it is, what it is, what it is. Funky Lord, I'm feeling. In my hips from left to right. What it is I might be doing. This funky dance all night. Got my hands up, feeling ain't got me. Like devil on your mind.
Pastor Fernandez, you better rock steady. Pastor Fernandez, rock! Wait a minute, the Stellars are on tonight? Well, I don't really. I would like to. I'll try.
I want to know what it is. Y'all know what it is. 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 What it yeah.
Rock steady, baby, 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 baby. Rock steady. Bye, y'all. Good night. I love y'all. I'll see y'all Tuesday. Bye.